Kimberly here with Knit for Brains, and this week we're going to be talking about some happy mail and some projects, some finished projects, and a whole bunch of fun stuff coming up. So stay tuned to this next episode. Hey there, Kimberly here with Knit for Brains. Welcome to this week's podcast. I'm so excited. I have a lot to show you. I've had a lot coming up this past week. I know I'm bombarded with videos. That is not going to be my intention. I don't want you to get like unrealistic expectations because I can't guarantee it's always going to happen this week. I guarantee that I will do 2 videos a week at least. But then sometimes things happen. And this last week, things did happen. I had a lot of yarn. I had my Lion's Brand yarn come through. I had to finish the final shipment of my webs come through. I had my fire hooks come through. I had so many things coming through. And I've also been working and finishing a lot of whips. So I just had a lot of stuff going on. But on a slow week, you're going to see me at least twice. But on a busy week, sometimes a little bit more. So just, hang in there. This week, I got some great happy mail. Really excited to show you that. And some finished products. So first of all, y'all know that I was doing a review on the Caron Cakes Cotton Coconut Cake yarn. You know the Caron cakes, they have the lattes and the tea cakes and the big cakes and the skinny cakes and the anniversary cakes and all of this stuff, right? And I've used most of them. And I actually love the Caron cakes. Well, this one was the Caron Coconut Cake, which is kind of a novelty yarn, but I think it's more of like their springy summer thing. And I finished this shawl. Love it. It was so easy and really inexpensive. So it comes around. It's like, you could wear it either way. You could wear it over your shoulders like a regular shawl, just like this, which is great. That's cool. That's you. I like to do more of a boho look. So I just bring it around my neck like this and drop it around the front. And it's done. So I kind of like to wear it more as like an accessory. And then I tied in. So I used 2 skeins of this, and I didn't actually finish the skeins. The blue green, this one is called Hawaiian Punch. This one I did finish. That was my intention. And then this one here is called Lemon Lime, and I didn't finish this one, but I still have enough to add to something else really. But this was my boho scarf. It is a V-stitch. I did 3 rows of the V-stitch followed by one row of the bobble stitch. And then I just did these really big, fun and funky tassels on the end. So I did 1 for each end and then 1 down the middle. Love it, right? Just this big, fun, funky. So this was the Caron's Coconut Cakes. And if you want to see the pattern, I've posted it on our Facebook page, which is Kimberly with Knit for Brains. It's under the file, so you just go and click on it. This was my pattern, okay? So if you find any mistakes, please, I'm sorry if you do. I wrote it up really fast because people were like, oh my God, I love that idea. What's that scarf pattern? So I just wrote it up really fast. My intention is also to add a chart in there. So as soon as I can get to it, I will do it. But just so you know, the pattern is up there on our Facebook page under files at the very top of the page, and you can just download it. It's a PDF. Just open it right up. It's yours. I made it. It's yours to have. And that's going to be my intention. So I'm going to post things in that Facebook group. If it's a pattern that I paid for, I'm going to send you the link, and then therefore you can check it out and, buy it if you want to. But if I got it as a free pattern or if I made it, it's yours. I'm not charging. I don't want to start selling patterns. That is not my thing. I just want to spread the love and share the joy of the ones that I really enjoyed. And it was so easy and so simple to make. And I love, it's very soft. People are like, it looks like those scrubby yarns. And I agree. It did look like the scrubby yarns. But I'm glad that I gave it a second look because it's got this really cool, different look and texture to it, which makes it different than just other little, scarves or any yarn that you could make. I mean, you could do this with any yarn, but I liked the texture. And I like the fact that when you see it in the displays, the 2 colors that complement each other are stacked right next to each other. Like these 2 colors were stacked together. Now, it was not my intention. I knew when I bought the blue that I wanted to go back for this specific yellow. It's not like they told me, ooh, like Garanimals. You guys remember Garanimals? I'm totally dating myself. Completely dating myself with this, people. Garanimals was a clothing line when I was a kid. And I think Sears had it or something like that. But basically, If you had a top that was a giraffe, you would just find the bottoms that were giraffes and you put them together and they went together. And they had giraffes and bears and whatever. But it was called granimals, and you put them together and then that was your wardrobe. Okay. So that's what they kind of did at Michael's, but I chose these colors myself. My mom saw the video and loved it. And she's going out to get there's a color called fudge, which is browns and taupees and tweeds. And then she's going to do the same pattern, but she's going to mix it with marshmallow. So you can pretty much do whatever you want to do. I love the contrast stitch. And she's going to do the fudge in the brown, and then she's going to do the marshmallow in this here. So have some fun, like just be your own person. But it's adds some really cool style and fun. And people go, oh, that's really pretty. So this was the first one I finished, and I literally did it in just a couple of days. The boho scarf with the tassels down there. All right. So that one's done. So the second thing I did, and I'm going to do a tutorial on this as well, is I did the Loops and Threads, their new carousel yarn. And I thought, okay, that's cute. So I just bought 2 skeins of each one of these. Wanted to try them out, get some contrasting colors. Check out what I made. Ta-da! I love this. I love this so much. So I put this on my knitting machine, and I'm going to show a tutorial later this week. And I just did a big long tube, but I had these 2 contrasting colors. So I did half of it in the white, which was called Pink Lemonade. And then I did half of it in the pink. And then I just tubed it all together. And then I did the same thing down here with the cowl. Okay, and just threw it on there. So if I don't want to show the pink, I can just totally get rid of it like that. Okay. But if I want to show it, I can flip it out a little bit. But watch this. I made a reversible, y'all. So look, here's the hat. I flip over the brim. And now I'm in pink, right? I loved this idea. And then what I'm doing, I got this little pom-pom, and I'm going to attach a little button on both sides, on the top of the pink and on the top of the white. And I'm going to have this little pom-pom so that I can attach to it. So depending on which side I want to wear, I just undo the pom-pom and then flip it over and then do the other side. I love this. So this is using I think I like the white a little bit better. I'm just going to sew in a few ends. This is the white, or this is the Loops and Threads, their new carousel yarn. And I tried it out the other day, and this is just the 2 skeins. This was also the buy one, get one 50% off, or maybe it was on sale for $5.99, I don't recall. But it's 100% acrylic. But you know what? It's really warm. It doesn't feel like a typical acrylic. It doesn't have any wool in it, but it's not scratchy. It's not super soft. It's not like fuzzy. It's really nice. It has kind of a cottony feel to it. But I'm digging it. Yeah. So this is and look, here we go. So I'm going to flip it inside out like this. I think I like the white with the pink, but it doesn't matter. I can do whatever I want because I made it and I love it. There we go. So this week I'm doing a tutorial on this now, and this is using the Sandro, I think it is, knitting machine. Very, very simple. Now, I'm going to tell you, this weight is a weight of a 5. And typically 5s are like right on the hairy edge, right on the crispy corner of whether or not it'll work on a knitting machine. And it did, for the most part it did, but you had to be kind of careful that it would kind of like pick up the stitches, and it worked out just fine. You'll see in the video in the tutorial. So I'm going to be launching the tutorial on making it this week. On a 4, weight of 4, no problem. But this one was just a little on the thick side, but just right on the hairy edge. So I think you're okay with it. But this is, again, that Loops and Threads, their new carousel yarn that I got. So I made this, and honestly, I made this whole set in about maybe 2 hours. 2 hours. Very simple. So if you're looking at the new Loops and Threads carousel yarn, this is going to be a yay for me. I really liked this. I dug it a lot. It's super warm. It's really soft. I love the colors. I love the different mottled look inside there and the little flecks of color. I think she's very cute. So, don't know if I have mentioned this. My husband and I, we love to travel. And he just retired. And so we took a little break. We had a big trip last year. We got back on Thanksgiving Day, which was end of November for those of you that aren't, Americans. And now we're into January. So now we're kind of sitting still, but come April, it's rolling all up again, and you all are coming with us. So in the June and the July, we're going to Scotland, Ireland, and England. And even though I know it's summer, it can still be a little bit cool. So I'm coming up with some ideas and some fun little patterns that I can take with me as accessories that will keep me warm on those days when, it's summer, but maybe not as much summer as you should think it is. So that's those guys right there. Still working on my knitted projects. Finishing up pretty much, I finished up the blanket, the Granny Square blanket in velvet that I did for my brother-in-law, and the sofa head slip covers, finished those up. They're in the mail. Boom, done, gone. Love those. Blocked them out really, really nice. Here's a totally different idea. I went thrifting. Sometimes you can find the best things when you're thrifting, if you want to repurpose. And so I found this beautiful red cashmere sweater for I don't know, it was $5, but it was a funky size and it didn't fit me. I am repurposing it. So basically I know it's cashmere. People are like, you cut cashmere? I did, but I'm repurposing it. And I'm actually making a dog sweater for my son's and his girlfriend's dog. Well, it's her dog, but but for the dog. I was like, every dog needs a cashmere sweater, right? And this is the body. This is the part right here, right? So this is the bias, the bottom, and then around the neck. Watch this. Boom, boom. Dog sweater, just like that. Is that not adorable? So all I'm going to do is just sew up the ends here. And then sew up the part right here. This is where the little legs are going to come through. And then her little head's going to come right through here. Love it. Absolutely love it. And of course I still have another piece here. So I could do the same thing with this one. And actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, because I was going to make her with a little crocheted heart on the back in white. I could do the same thing and make one for Christmas and one for Valentine's Day. Put a little Christmas tree or something on the back of it. Isn't that cute? And then these are the arms. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the arms. I saw in Pinterest that someone took the arms and they made the dog sweater out of this. That's a small dog. Rooney, she's not very big, but she's not. That's a small little space for a head. I think that's too. So I'm just going to, make this end a little bit small. Because she's probably like a 12-pound dog, something like that. But I just think this is tiny. But if you have a dog that's like that tiny, go for it. Right? Like maybe a little chihuahua or something like that. Make a cute little turtleneck around the edge. Like that. So I might take this off, cut this part off, and then attach it up here so that Rooney can have a little turtleneck. I'm not sure yet. But this is one of the little projects I'm working on. I'm just repurposing. I should have this one done next week so I can show you guys as well on that one. And then I got some Happy Mail. I love Happy Mail, and it's stuff I didn't pay for. Well, I kind of lied. I didn't mean to lie, but some of the stuff I did pay for. So y'all know that I'm making this crocheted sweater, and I'm using the Webs yarn, and it's the Egyptian thing for my son and his girlfriend. And as I start those, I'm going to send you, show you pictures and updates and things like that. But I found these really funny tags that on Etsy, that you would attach to your garment, like made with love from grandma, that kind of stuff. And I thought these looked really funny. I liked what they said. I haven't opened them, but I found them on Etsy. Now they came from England. So they traveled a far distance, and maybe there's people here that can do the same thing. But I just thought they were really funny, and I always love supporting small business. Okay. This is really, they're all different. Okay. This one says, this took me forever to make. Hand wash, dry flat. Did I mention it took forever? I'm going to attach this to the garments that my son and his girlfriend are going to have. This one says, I'm never making anything for you ever again. Look after it. I'm not joking. I love these so much. This one says, good things take time, look after it. So it's a hand wash, dry flat. This one says, very slow fashion, so painfully slow. This one says, made with love and lots of very bad words. Look after it. And that was just the first package. Oh my gosh, these are hysterical. So now whenever I make anything for anybody, they're going to get a tag on it. And it's going to be lovely. I'm very happy because how much work do we put into these things, right? So much work. But like I said, Etsy, I'll include the link below for this woman. They were out of the UK, so I did have to pay a little bit on the shipping, but, you know, it wasn't that much because it came in an envelope because these things were so light. All right, hang in there. I'm opening up the second one. Except for some of my peeps, and you know who you are. You know what? These look like they might be the same. This took me forever. I'm never looking out making made with love and lots of bad words. Okay, so I might have just gotten 3 sets of the same thing, which is fine because it might have like saved a little bit on shipping or something like that. But for those peeps who don't live in the US, and you know who you are, I know I got some friends who are in Canada and subscribers, but you're my friends. Canada, I know there's some in England and New Zealand and Australia. I love you peeps. I love you. You just make me feel so warm and welcome like all the time. They may not be so expensive for you to get. So I got 3 sets of these, so they're all the same. But these are going to be my new little, so in each set, I think there was like 5. These guys here. So but they're actually made really nice. I mean, it's printed on there. It's silk screened on there. And then there's some nice little, little edges sewn on the sides. So these are going on anything I make from here on out. This was part of my Happy Meal. I was so excited to get those. I'm going to put them in my little jar of goodness in here. You guys don't really see what's in front of me, but I have these little jars where I keep like little buttons and notions, and I love these little buttons. I have little butterflies, these little guys here. Love those. And these little wooden buttons, and these cute little butterflies here. So these go in here. Oh, and I loved these. Aren't these adorable? I love these. I'm going to put them on like sweaters. So these are this is my little button notion jar. Y'all want to know where I got these from? Don't hate. I don't want to hear anything negative. I got them from Temu, people. I know. But you know what? I have placed orders from them with them. I know people say they're going to sell your identity. You know what? You got to be careful with pretty much anything. Even Amazon. I mean, even everywhere you can get your identity stolen. I have not had any problems with them. I'm very careful. I always put my credit card in there, so I'm safe. I don't put my bank account information in there. And I haven't had any issues. And I think they would be doing themselves a big disservice. So hopefully. Anyways, I got these little stitch holders for your knitting needles. So they come in 2 different sizes. So I got the little fingers, and I got the little kitty hands and arms. And I'm also making myself some stitch markers too for my knitting and crocheting. So here's a little one. It's a little marshmallow. Isn't he cute? Stop moving. Hold on. So that's another little one of my jars. He's just sit on here. They make me happy, and they're so stinking cheap. So cheap. I got some stitch markers in here. I'll show you all really quick. These little cassette players, and I made these myself. Actually, I bought the little notions, and then I got the little clasps, and I'm starting to make little stitch markers. So, you know, and these little guys cost me pennies on the dollar. So I'll include the link if you guys want to go and take a look. You know, shop at your own risk. Some people aren't comfortable with it, and I completely understand, and I'm very, you know, I understand, and I totally support that. But I'm doing a very mitigated risk, and I haven't had any issues, and their stuff's adorable. I did get some yarn from there. I haven't really tried it out yet, but we shall see. So these little guys I got, let me see if I can pull them across because this kind of stuck together. But look, aren't they cute? They're little balloon animals, right? So adorable. Come on. And then I just got the little hooks that attach together. And then this one, these actually came as a little set, and they have cute little kitty cats in teacups. because I never, ever have enough stitch markers. Ever, never, ever, never. So I thought I'm going to go ahead and buy some. These are cute too, little kitties with little cat tails. And they came in all different colors. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to post the link. If you don't know what Temu is, it is a website that comes out of China, and they do have pretty much everything there. I have done some pricing. I have found things on Amazon. I'm just going to tell you, I found things on Amazon, and I've gone over to Temu, and I found the exact same thing for pennies on the dollar. Pennies on the dollar. So I haven't had any issues. You know, you buy stuff from Amazon all the time. And so a lot of these things I think go through Amazon. But anyways, no judgment, no hate. I don't want to hear anybody saying, bah, 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 bah. If you're not comfortable with it, I totally get it. I totally understand. You don't have to. But if you are, I'm just telling you, my experience has not been negative, has not been bad. These are my last ones because I'm kind of messing around with these because, as you know, the channel is called Kimberly with Knit for Brains, and what better kind of a stitch marker to have than a brain? I like them. I think they're adorable. If you all think they're cute, and you all don't have a problem, you're going to say something nice, you go ahead and comment below, and who knows? If you like them, maybe I will send you a little stitch marker. I know it's kind of big, but, you know, you can attach it to your work, and it's just fine. So this is my Kimberly with Knit for Brain stitch marker. I'm just messing around. I just have all the free time in the world, and I'm just making stitch markers. All right. Said no one ever, right? Anyways, so they got my little, I love my little owl jars. These I did not get on Temu. I got these on, I think, Wayfair or something a long time ago. And I got like all different colors, 2 sets of them or something. But I just love these. So this is where I keep all of my little notions and things like that on my table. And these little luggage, these little garment tags are going to go in Mr. Red Owl. Right in there. Isn't that cute? My next piece of happy mail was something that I did not buy. I did not pay for. But I was so happy. So I was talking to a really good friend of mine the other day. And he lives back in Buffalo. And he and his husband have had some horrible, horrible weather. I actually made them a blanket a few years ago. Tina Designs. Tina Thurador, however you say her last name. Anyway, she's from Iceland. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful patterns. If you don't know Tina, I'm including her link here. I made the Indiana cowl. And she was watching the show Yellowstone, and because it's from Montana, so she was inspired, so she called this the Indiana cowl, and then she realized that Indiana and Montana are not the same state. I love Tina. If you haven't seen her, you got to check her out. Anyway, she made this gorgeous Indiana Afghan, and I made it, and I have a tutorial somewhere here. I'll include a video, but I made it for my friends that live in Buffalo, New York, because it gets really cold there, and they loved it. Anyways, so one of my friends, his mom recently passed away, and she was older, but you know, it's always sad. And so we were talking about it. Well, I didn't know it, but his mother was an avid crocheter, an avid knitter. And so she passed away, and then lo and behold, I got this package in the mail, and I was just like, oh. And so it says here, Yo Kim, just a few keepsake pieces of my mom's. She would be thrilled with your enthusiasm. Happy hooking, sewing, and stitching. I call it stitching and bitching. Hope to see you soon. Peace and love. Isn't that sweet? So these were things from his mother. These were just some of her knitting notions, and I'm assuming because that's so sweet. I just love that. I didn't have a chance to meet this woman. Interesting. So, but I mean, like, there's some really cool old vintage pieces in here, y'all. Check that out. So, I don't know. Let's see what we have in here. This is interesting. What is that? A Century of Progress. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is so cool. Oh man. Okay. You're like, what is it? It is a Century of Progress. It's a knitting sewing kit with all these little needles in here, and it says push through the eye of the, so apparently there's like a little needle threader in here somewhere. Isn't that, I mean, that's old. That is so cool. And I guess it came like this. Oh, I love that. This is interesting. I've never seen this before. It's a crochet fork. You guys ever seen that? If you have, comment below. It was 25 cents. Oh, wow. It looks like you could, for use in making dresses, blouses, pillows, collar, and cuff sets, berets, handbags, scarves, etc. Isn't that cool? 25 cents. Wow. Delight crochet hook. Oh. He did say that she liked to do lace. Oh, Lord have mercy. I do not have any lace hooks. I can't say that now. Goodness gracious. Here's another one. This is a size Susan Bates, $1.73, a 1.7 millimeter for $1.73. $1.73. So I have two of these. Two of those. So that's lovely. This is a yarn needle. Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm not going to show you the last name. But look, guys. It's one of those little tags, and it's got her full name on it. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make something for these guys, and I'm going to attach this to it, and I'm going to give that to them. That's so sweet. Oh, I love this. Thanks for traveling down nostalgic lane with me, you guys. And these, because, you know, back in the day, everybody had aluminum hooks. We didn't know anything, or needles. These are a size 15. We didn't know anything about, like, bamboo and wood and all of that stuff. Here's a big old crochet. Ooh, actually, look at that. I think this is like a Tunisian hook, right? Is that what these are? They look like they could be. If not, whoa, this is so cool. Okay, this is cool. Wow. This woman, how cool is that? This is a wood hook. Oh, I got another little clothing label. A little clothing label. Dolores. Dolores, thank you. Thank you, Dolores. This just fills my heart, you know? It just totally fills my heart. Oh, here's another one of these little 1.7 millimeter, I think. Oof. Yowzers. There's stuff in here I don't even know. I don't even know what's what. I mean, okay, these are just like knitting needles. But there's all different. I think he did say his mom was really into lace. I have never... Oh, my Lord have mercy. Woman. Bless you. And then all of these, right? And they were nice and easy color coordinated. Here's some nice old-fashioned Susan Bates. Looks like Susan Bates hooks. Those are nice. This would be a double-pointed knitting needle. Another crochet hook. Lots of crochet hooks. Oh, don't. Ooh, I'll have to find that one. Wow. Some knitting needles. Again, some knitting needles. There you go. Some interesting scissors. These are like fabric scissors. If you're going to do like creative memories, you know, with the edges. That's what these guys are doing. But you could cut fabric with these. All right, guys, comment below. What should I be doing with these? Here's another set of scissors. Anything. Do any of these things look familiar to you? Okay, I don't know what these are. I don't know what these are. I'm very embarrassed to say. Maybe we can figure it out together. These guys. They're beautiful. Actually, they got some really nice... it looks like some kind of a bobbin. It's a bobbin of some sort. Because there's a bobbin on the inside. It's a Boy Improved needle. I don't know. Do you know what these are? Anybody? Please comment below. I can tell it's some kind of a bobbin, but I don't know what it's supposed to go into. But I have 4 of them. I have 4. So, comment below. Tell me what I'm supposed to do with those. Here's some more little knitting needles I'm going to put in that little sewing kit. Put those right there. And then these guys. Okay, so there's some more crochet hooks. These guys I know. So if you're going to be doing like knitting or cable work and you want to pull those stitches away, you can put those stitches in this space here, and then you pull it back and you knit behind it, and then you bring it back up. Those I know. So these are all different sizes of cable needles, or cable holders, I guess you could say. Some more crochet hooks, some more. A woman after my own heart. She was a woman of all trades, knitting and crocheting. Oh, this one looks like it's seen better days. I don't think it's supposed to be bent, do you? It's not supposed to be bent, is it? But look at the size of that hook. Can you even see the tip? Oh, Lord have mercy on me. I don't even know if you can see the hook there. That's crazy right there. Okay. Some little stitch markers. More teeny tiny. This woman, oh Lord, I've never done lace work. Don't know that I would ever have the patience to try, but she had a lot. There's a lot of these little guys that are coming through. All these little guys. So they're all staying with me. All these little guys. Another cable holder. Another crochet hook. Another crochet hook. And cable holders. Here we go. Oh, Dolores, bless your heart, my friend. I promise these are going to go to good use. These are going to go to very, very, very good use. I used to have a local knitting group where I would meet, and friends, we'd all get together and we'd meet. And we were meeting in a brewery. It was called Knit One Beer Two, because that's what we did. Anyways, and so somebody came up to me once, a guy, and he's like, "Are you guys like knitting?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah." We started talking, and he said that his mom had recently passed away, and she had all of these beautiful knitting pieces, you know, and hooks and patterns and boxes and blah, 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 and he didn't really know what to do with them. And, you know, would you be willing to take them? And I thought, oh my gosh, how generous, how sweet and wonderful. So I did take them, and we, her name was Catherine, and we called it Catherine's Corner. And so when anybody came and they needed, you know, they wanted to check out a pattern, or they needed a hook, or they needed whatever, anything, they would just go to Catherine's Corner, and then they would just, you know, it was kind of like our little lending library. And it was really wonderful. And then COVID hit, and then we stopped meeting in person. But that little thing came with me to and I still have it. I still have it in the garage. So maybe this is going to be my new little lending library. Catherine and Dolores's Corner. Wow, this is pretty special. This is pretty special. So this has been such a great week. Happy week. I'm getting a lot of my projects finished, and I got some happy mail, and I got a lot of yarn. I have a little bit more coming in. Our friends over at We Crochet was having a big sale. So I decided to get some stuff there. So I'll show you about that when that shows up. And then I think that's going to be it for buying stuff for the moment. This is Kimberly with Knit for Brains. Please like and subscribe. Don't just comment. I love that you're commenting. Please keep those comments coming. But if you subscribe, then you're going to get the notifications whenever I drop shows. Now, again, I posted a lot this week. I can't guarantee that's going to happen every single week because I'm going to lose my mind, and I'm not going to be able to afford it because I had a lot of purchases that came in, and that's what you guys saw. But at least 2 a week. Podcasts are going to come out on Wednesdays, and then tutorials are coming out on Thursdays. Now, I might change it up, and if I do change it up, you're going to know. I'm going to let everybody know here, but also on our Facebook page. So join our Facebook page, which is Kimberly with Knit for Brains on Facebook. And any patterns that I have, like I said, I'm going to post over there. And you can either follow the link, or if it's a free pattern, I post up in the files, and then you can go there. But that number is really growing as well. We're getting a lot of new members there, and that way you can share your successes and your stories and your pictures and all of your whips, and we can all celebrate them instead of you guys just sitting here watching me and all the silly stuff that I'm doing. I want to celebrate and see what you're doing as well. Thank you guys so much for telling your friends about me, about this channel, because our numbers blew up. We are over 2,000 now, and earlier in the month of January, we were like at half of that. We were only at like 1,000. So something happened. Somebody taught, somebody spilled the beans, and next thing you know, boom, it just exploded, and I could not be happier. I was a little overwhelmed in the beginning because I was like, oh my gosh. But I love it, and I'm really responding to everyone's comments as best I can. If I don't get to you right away, please forgive me. but it's only going to get better. So make sure you tell your friends about us. Send them over here to Kimberly with Knit for Brains, because I'll be here every week and I want you to be here too. This is Kimberly with Knit for Brains, and as always, I'll see you soon.